Hello, Ms. Kaus. My name is Brittany.
I'm Austin.
And this is Mohit. We are BAM Consulting.
So what I want to talk to you about today is I want to talk to you about how Swell can actually grow to mass markets. So what we're going to break it down into is we're going to be talking about what we look at when we see Swell. What I see is we see high quality products that are socially conscious, that represent our premium brand, that are also making the world free of plastic bottles. While analyzing this situation in your company, what we found is there is a limited amount of staff to actually operate the growth that you guys are escalating to right now. We also found that due to this, we found there was a lack of capital and funds to actually expand with your growth. Also, we found that you as an owner and you are doing multiple jobs as CFO and CEO, you are overburdened with multiple responsibilities, which we need to make sure that you are in the right mind frame and rested, and because you're basically the whole entire company right now. Also, we found that Swell is missing out on potential mass markets for affordable Swell bottles. And what we want to think about when we think Swell is we want to think about fashion and quality, eco-centric and social responsibility, and reducing plastic bottle consumption with every bottle that we sell. Also, we want to bring to the table is global presence of Swell to all our customers.
So throughout this presentation, we're going to go over 3 decisions. The first one is going to be to sip or not to sip. The second will be outside investors, and lastly, we're going to talk about our future development of our Starbucks relationship.
So bringing in the 3 decisions we want to talk about today, let's start with to sip or not to sip. Well, this terminology has come up in our mind about launching of your sub-brand, SIP. And we know you are already a premium brand, and we know that's what's stopping you from going into the mass production, because you don't want to compromise on the premium image you guys have built up over the last 5 or 6 years of business. And then we do understand that there is lack of capital and lack of manpower, but still you guys are doing great. So we want to recommend the things why we want you to go for SIP, why we recommend you to go for SIP is that SIP would be targeting the mass market, the lower end of the market, which is 97% of the total reusable bottle market of the world. And that's huge, that's big number, and totally untouched by Swell. We want Swell to get in there. And moreover, if you see the current luxury status of Swell, it's already big. It's almost at the zenith of market presence. And again, I will add up again, like you guys have done the best, you know. But with SIP, you can enjoy larger economies of scale and be ensured with continuous growth of your company. Now, there's already Swell. It's making an impact. So SIP is going to come in. So there's going to be Swell and SIP impact. And this is going to interest you a lot, because we know the day one you founded this company, you were aimed at eradicating this world of all the plastic bottles being used. So right now, Swell is here, like 3 million of bottles being produced every year, which is USA. And when we do a comparative analysis of the whole world, and we have estimated that 1,000 billion plastic bottles are being used in the world every year, and which is having a very, very devastating effect on this world, which I don't like and which you highly don't approve of. So what we want you to go for is the big market of 500 million reusable bottles which can be used a year, and Swell should go for it. And how? It's with SIP.
So I'm going to talk about the outside investors. So to be able to facilitate your growth, we recommend that you take on bank loan as well as outside investors. This is going to help you increase your capacity as well as accelerate your growth, which will eventually lead to your goal of the elimination of plastic bottles. Also, this is going to add additional time capacity for yourself. Currently, you are involved in all the day-to-day activities. Now you'll be able to oversee all the big picture decisions and delegate the day-to-day to others. Some cons that we see are you will have less control of those day-to-day activities, as well as the annual investor costs and banking fees. So lastly, we're going to discuss the Starbucks partnership development. We had aligned with them originally because of our core values and beliefs. and we feel like taking this relationship further by developing the swell internationally, we're gonna offer additional products as well as use that business acumen that Starbucks already has to help us penetrate that international market. Some potential cons are the limits of potential future partnerships, as well as they may be a little bit sensitive to our target partnership with the SIP product.
So now, as we have gone through all the recommendations, and we have told you even earlier that we know about the values with which you have created this company and the things and the aims and objectives you are running this company with. So we'd like to come to a final recommendation for you. The first thing would be expand Swell market to the world, which is through Starbucks, because Starbucks is already a big international brand. It's premium, Swell is premium. Both of you are on the same page when it comes to sustainability, when it comes to values towards giving back to the society. So, and then we even told that there is fear that you're gonna have less control. So what to do with that, do away with that, we're gonna limit Starbucks to the extent of only the business they are giving us, so that way we have control on our swell. And another thing is that when we launch SIP, we're gonna finance it through a mix of debt and investment, and there's gonna be your equity, so you don't lose on the control of business you have right now. You're gonna have the independence you're enjoying right now forever and ever. And then the most important thing is your vision towards sustainability, giving back to the society. So to keeping that in mind, we are coming with the idea that we're going to partner with non-profit organizations which are working in the countries of Asia and Africa to provide potable water in areas which are not accessible to water. So what we do is like we offer 20 liters of water to them in donation when we sell a SIP.
So the risks that we anticipate moving forward are the potential that the SIP will not take off in the market, concerns that the SIP might devalue the premium brand that Swell has created, bringing on Starbucks may limit our decision-making power, and lastly, the more affordable water bottle market is quite dense with competition right now. To mitigate those risks, we are going to ensure that SIP meets the same quality and style that Swell has. We're going to use Swell's strong brand image to promote SIP. We're going to rely on the 5 years of excellent supply management, the experience that you've gained, create clear roles and boundaries with Starbucks, and lastly, we're going to differentiate SIP through our core values and partnerships with those NPOs.
Well, my partners have just told you what we're gonna give you advice to do, and I'm gonna tell you how to get there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna launch SIP, aiming towards the world mass market to get out as many of those plastic bottles as we can. Then we're gonna bring it in Starbucks as one of our financial partners on Swole. And then we're gonna also finance SIP on the other spectrum through loan and investment from banks to private investors, just so you don't lose your control over your company. And then we're also going to partner with non-profit organizations, which is one of your key values.
Thank you for your time, Ms. Kaus.
So Ms. Kaus, let's swell with BAM. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.